So number 36 here. How many significant figures does each number contain? So you got lots of numbers here. Now, I'll point you to lecture 5, where we talk about sig figs. It's pretty easy to determine the number of sig figs once you know how to do it. So when you look at a measurement or a number, you basically read the number from left to right, and you count how many significant digits. The one catch is when you have zeros at the beginning. So if you're looking at this one, when you have zeros at the beginning of a number, you never count them. You always start at the first non-zero number, okay? When you have zeros at the end of a number, like B, you count them only if you see the decimal point in the number. Okay, so zeros at the beginning are never counted. Zeros at the end are only counted if you see the decimal point. So remembering those two rules, let's do them. A. Okay, A. Here, so there are no zeros at the beginning, so 1, 2, and I'm going to count the last 0 because I see the decimal point. Okay, I'll even point that out. There it is right there. See the decimal point. Okay, so this is a 3 sig fig number. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 sig fig number. Now going to B. Okay, B. Reading the number left to right. Okay, the first one is 1, and then 6. Do we count these last two? So I'll underline the first two. So this is 1, 2, and then yes, we count the remaining zeros because I see the decimal point. There it is, right there. Okay, there it is, between the last two zeros. This is a 4 sig fig number. Okay, going to C. Okay, C, you never count the beginning zeros. So start 1, 2, and then there are no zeros at the end. So this is only a 2 sig fig number. Okay, going to D. Okay, there are no zeros at the beginning. So 1, 2, and then you count the last 0 because again, there's the decimal point right there. So this is a 3 sig fig number. You see how this works? E. Okay, 1, 2, and then you count the last zeros as well, 3, 4, because the decimal point is there at the very end. You can see it. Okay, there it is, right there. This is a 4 sig fig number, 4 digits. Okay, and then F, 1, 2, 3, 4. You count that last 0. You always count interior zeros if they occur between two non-zero numbers. You always count those, but you count this last 0 because again you see the decimal point. So this is 4 sig fig number again. All right, and then so G. Okay, the last two are have these powers of 10, and then anytime you see a number, multiplied by a power of 10, just forget about that power of 10. So I'll cross both of those off and just focus on the first part. Okay, so that's how you can handle numbers in scientific notation like that. So again, looking just at the first number, 1, 2, and then you count the remaining zeros at the end, the trailing zeros, 3, 4, because again, there's the decimal point. Okay, it's a 4 sig fig number. Okay, and then the last one, H, 1, 2, okay, there are no zeros, so this is a 2 sig fig number. Okay, number 36 did not have any examples of zeros at the end that you don't count, but an example would look something like this. So looking on the right hand side, suppose you had 120 centimeters. Suppose you were looking at that. How many sig figs is there? So you count them up. 1, 2. This time you do not count the 0 at the end because I do not see the decimal point. So this time you leave that 0 off. The zeros at the end of a number are only counted when you see the decimal point. So this right here would be a 2 sig fig number. But if you see something written like this, 120 point centimeter, we would say this is a 3 sig fig number. So these are two different measurements, believe it or not. We talk all about this in lecture 5. So, problem number 35 is very similar. Have a go at that one.